Yeah, Lauren, last Sunday, you may recall, 9 city council members told the public at a rally that they wanted to end the Minneapolis Police Department and just change the idea of public safety. Well, today they laid out a plan to start that process. But know this, the council does not have the power on its own to do that. Over a virtual council meeting, all council members approved a resolution establishing a plan to, quote, commence a year-long process of community engagement, research, and structural change to create a transformative new model for cultivating safety in our city, end quote. This means forming a group to gather input from every person and corner of the city to see what everyone's idea of public safety would be. But again, the city charter does not give the council the authority to just disband the police department. So there's a plan to possibly get a question on the November ballot that would give Minneapolis voters the ability to decide on their own whether to change the city charter and allow the council to make changes it wants to public safety.
If the container says police, we can only put police in it. If the container says public safety, it gives us a lot of wiggle room. And in the meantime, while we're still drafting this new form of emergency response, the police can still occupy that space.
So that's Councilmember Jeremiah Ellison's explanation of what they want. So what we have here is posturing from all sides. A majority of the council wants to start police from scratch. Minneapolis Mayor Frey and Police Chief Arredondo want reforms to what already exists. And ultimately, if the red tape is cut in time, voters may actually decide this in November. Lauren?
That's a fascinating debate. Thank you, Chris.